Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Animaking 3 and I'm back with part 3 of What If Naruto returned from his training trip hating Konoha. Remember to get this one too. 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, yes, I indeed have 3 more channels which I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. I'll be leaving all of the links down in the description, so go ahead and obliterate that red subscribe button and become a part of the Animaking family. So without further ado or wasting any more time, let us jump right into this brand new episode. Let us begin. Oh yeah, don't forget to comment your ideas below if you want to see them done by me. So let us jump right into this brand new episode. Let's begin now guys. So the last part that we left off, Naruto and Jiraiya were heading back to the Hidden Leaf. Jiraiya was cautious. He made sure to send word to Konoha before they arrive. Naruto's appearance, everything about him, his demeanor, everything was different. He felt like a complete stranger. Once they got back, Naruto proceeded to explain. The first thing he did was apologize to Tsunade and Jiraiya. Apologize for his actions, apologize for running away. He told them that he was going through a lot. He was depressed, he was sad. But he should have said something. They questioned him. As Naruto told the truth, it seems. His tone was flat and relaxed. When they questioned him about the Sky Nation, he told them that he was fighting for Konoha. It was rather simple. He was brought into their location under trick. A man known as Shino wanted to use him. A beast known as the Zero-Tailed attacked him. It was mostly resulting in most of the calamities and the destruction that took place. After which, he went up against the entire village. They questioned about his strength. Naruto told him that he knew. He knew. When he was releasing his chakra, he met his parents. They sealed their chakra into the seal. He knew everything, so he visited the Uzumaki Island. He found a few secrets there, and he used it to train himself as well as everything that Jiraiya had gave him so far. Tsunade was able to dismiss him right after, telling him to go and talk to the others as well. However, she did so because she was weary, concerned. Immediately gathering her best group, she sent them to the island of the Uzumaki. They would learn everything that he would not tell them. For now though, Naruto would be under constant watch. Sakura was stunned. She was thinking about him in that exact moment, as the destruction and calamity that she heard about as well. But she was beyond stunned when Naruto simply appeared out of nowhere, caressing her from behind. He told her to gather the others so they could talk. When they all were gathered, they were shocked to see Naruto arrive. Akamaru seemed off as he saw Naruto, the dog seemingly afraid. Shikamaru and Neji being the one that was changed by the old Naruto, could not see the Naruto Uzumaki that speak to him in the Chunin exams. And Shikamaru was too smart to see that this was normal. Something was off about him. Naruto would never speak so casually about committing genocide against a whole group of people, even if they were enemies of Konoha. Sakura paid a visit to Tsunade. She was concerned as Tsunade told her to keep an eye on him. She had her concerns as well. Sakura was weary of this. but she did as she was told. As the time passed by, Naruto caught up with Ino as he seemed to take a drastic interest in her. Their conversation had her flustered and confused, after which she told Sakura everything. Ino even seemed interested as Sakura was against this, as she didn't like where this was going. It was Naruto. How could Ino even say those things? Of course he was different, of course he looked more handsome, but still, it was Naruto, of all people. Kakashi Hatake finally met up with him. The copy ninja was not taking well to Naruto's words, as Naruto was saying some things that most people didn't seem to understand. Whenever he referred to something, for example their friends, he never said my or our. People did not seem to recognize that. Once again he paid Ino a visit, but this time, things went beyond the point of no return. Starting from kissing to leading to the bedroom. Her having her own apartment, this was fantastic. She woke up the next morning shocked, unable to believe what truly happened, unable to come to the grip of understanding of what had taken place. Soon after, she saw that he was missing as she made her way downstairs, feeling heartbroken, but he had already prepared breakfast. They sat down and talked about last night. Unfortunately though, he had to head out. Tsunade wanted to see what he was capable of. Ino was still confused about it all, but last night was something that was simply magical. So yeah guys, basically let's pull it off. You guys can switch across the play check of yourselves to be in this new episode. We begin this new episode in the training ground of Team 7. Tsunade stood over to the side, her arms crossed. Shizune was nearby. Jiraiya was in a tree, as Kakashi was in front of his two students, gazing towards the both of them. Sakura stood next to Naruto, stealing glances at him every now and again. Naruto seemed rather relaxed, his hands in his pockets, his face unnerved. "Alright," Kakashi said, as he pulled out the two bells. "Let's start with the basics. You both remember the test, I assume." "The bell test," Sakura said. "We're supposed to get them from you." "Exactly. Though, the real lesson is teamwork," Naruto cut him off. "Yeah, I remember. Though I wonder, does that lesson still applies?" Kakashi visible eye narrowed. "What do you mean?" he said. "Well, sometimes teamwork isn't just enough. Sometimes you need overwhelming power," said Naruto. But Naruto smiled. "I'll play your game, Sensei." "Well then," Kakashi said. "Show me what you two are now capable of. The standard rules. Come at me like you're trying to kill me, unless you will never get anywhere close." The moment the test began, Naruto did not move. Sakura decided to take the initiative, showing what she had learned. Her chakra-enhanced fists crater in the ground, as she showed that she's learned a lot from Tsunade, controlling her monstrous strength. But Naruto, he didn't move, he just watched. Kakashi was proud of her, dodging her strikes, extremely proud by how much she had grown. She's come a long way from the girl who had frozen up during the first bell test, her chakra control becoming excellent. But it didn't seem like she was about to get the bell. "Naruto," she called out, frustration in her tone. "A little help here," she said. "You're doing fine," he said calmly. Kakashi hid underground as he used the hiding like a mole technique. Moments later, he erupted behind Sakura, but she drove her fist into the ground, the shockwave forcing Kakashi back. "Impressive, but predictable," he said, forming hand signs as three Kakashi surrounded her. Shadow clones. No, wait. Demonic illusion. Hell viewing technique. Her eyes went wide, caught in the genjutsu. That was until release. Sakura blinked as the Kakashis fade away. Naruto was standing beside her. She looked towards him. "How did..." "It's my turn," said Naruto. Let me now show what I've learned. The temperature around him seemed to drop. Immediately, Jiraiya stiffened as he watched closely. Snavy's eyes narrowed. Even Shizune had a little clipboard, watching Naruto very carefully. Naruto raised a single hand. No shadow clone needed. As the chakra started to swirl into his palm, forming into the Rasengan, twisting and turning. But there was something odd about it. It moved almost like liquid, flowing and refining, with perfect control. You've mastered the Rasengan. That's good, said Kakashi. Jiraiya taught you well. Jiraiya did not teach me this, Naruto said. Suddenly, the Rasengan shifted. The spear started to compress and expand with his will. He wasn't just holding it, he was manipulating it. With a strange degree of control that shouldn't be possible. But what happened next confused them though. He let the chakra flow back into him instead of dissipate. Was that just for show? As he smiled and cracked his neck. Let us begin, Sensei, he said. Kakashi felt a strange sensation. He ducked as Naruto's feet was over his head. Fast. Too fast. The copy ninja quickly raised. His head bent. Unfortunately though, Naruto did not let up on him. Being three medical ninjas, Shizune, Snavy and Sakura, they all could see it. Every single point that Naruto aimed was a life-threatening point. He was truly trying to kill Kakashi. There was no hesitation, no slouch in his movements. His attacks were all aimed to kill. The problem was Kakashi had told them to come at him with the intent to kill, but the ferocity behind Naruto's attacks were terrifying. Kakashi's Sharingan spun, reading the move, predicting the attacks, but even with that he was being pushed back. He created some distance, Earth style. Earth wall, he said. Unfortunately though, Naruto kicked right through the solid earth wall, like it was nothing. He stepped through the smoke, his silhouette showing. You're gonna have to do better than that, Sensei. Kakashi realized that he wasn't dealing with the same Naruto anymore, so he turned the heat up, wanting to see just what he was hiding. Lightning release. Lightning beast run, he said. Two massive wolves charged towards Naruto. Naruto did not even slow down as he went through hand sign. Wind release, he said. Vacuum blade. The technique, the build-up was so crazy. For a split second they felt it, and then the release. It was like a hurricane, eviscerating and tearing everything within its path. Kakashi had substituted avoiding being caught into the chaos. This level of wind release. Jiraiya was stunned, his eyes fixated on the destruction. Even Kakashi was shocked. He was impressed. Impressive, Kakashi said, revealing himself. But you're still not gonna get the bell like that. Oh, aren't I? Kakashi stiffened as Naruto was directly behind him. The copy ninja spun as fast as he could, but Naruto was already holding both of the bells. Confusion racked through Kakashi's brain. When did you? You were distracted by my wind technique. You dropped your guard for less than a second. I took advantage of that. The copy ninja refused to accept that. There was no way that Naruto was that fast, that he wouldn't have seen him, wind technique or not. Jiraiya jumped down. How did you move that fast? I did not teach you the Shunshin technique at that level, Jiraiya said. You didn't teach me a lot of things, Naruto said. I learned them on my own. Where? Snavy intervened. Where did you learn that? Level of wind release. Who taught you? Does it really matter, Naruto said. I passed, didn't I? His tone was calm. Everyone was concerned as they looked towards him. Time for answers, Snavy said. Just how strong are you? You told us that you knew about the Uzumakis. What exactly did you learn there? Tsunade already had her people working on that. Naruto released a breath. When he looked back up, they felt it. He started to release his chakra. Unlike what he did with Jiraiya when he was trying to simply end it all. It spread like a tsunami. Throughout Konoha, people stopped mid-strive. Shinobi's danger instinct kicked in. It felt like an army was surrounding them on all angles. But the chakra was not normal. It was cold, chilling, dark, complex. It made your skin crawl. Tsunade was struggling being so close. Yes, the Hokage. Her voice was sharp as she spoke. Naruto, control your chakra. However, his tone was perfectly fine. I am control. Sakura could not even look at him closely. What happened to you? She said. Her tone terrified. As I said, I've gotten stronger, said Naruto. There are certain secrets that were there within the Uzumaki archives. Said Tsunade as he reined in his chakra. My blood was the key. Or have you forgotten? I am a Uzumaki as well, he said with a smile. As he stepped towards her, unnaturally close looking at her, smiling as he did. I had to get stronger. After all, if I'm not strong enough, how can I protect the people of Konoha? He said, his expression calm, relaxed. I learned quite a lot, mostly how to control my power, and to release it as I just did, to use it efficiently, to not waste it. You guys should be proud, he said looking towards the both of them. Well, he said tossing one of the bells to Sakura as she caught it. I guess that's a wrap. You can properly assess me and Sakura just how much stronger we've gotten. Jiraiya spoke up. Where did you learn to fight like that? The Naruto that he taught fought with his heart, determination, and unwillingness to give up. But this Naruto fought like an assassin, efficient, lethal, deadly. Where did you learn to fight like that? Jiraiya questioned. Once again, because Naruto did not seem to hear him or even pretend like he did not. Like what? Said Naruto. Like a killer, said Jiraiya. You told me, a shinobi job is to complete the mission. Whatever it takes. I'm just doing what you taught me. I did not teach you like that, Jiraiya said. No. I had to learn on my own. It's rather impressive just how much knowledge you can soak up with the Shadow Clone Jutsu. So you're saying that it's a big part of your training? Of course. Or have you forgotten? I can make over 1,000. He said with a smile. If you guys don't mind, there is a lot I have to do today. I just got back to my home. They watched him carefully as he left. Kakashi speaking from experience. Naruto blows were something that kept him on edge. He felt like he could have died at any moment if he wasn't careful. And they could all tell that he was holding back. Time skip. Hey, Sakura, wait up. The village was still trying to understand where the hell that sensation came from. Many coming in to see if there was a threat, but there was not. Sakura was caught by Ino. Oh, Ino, what's up? I need to talk to you. It's about Naruto. Sakura's stomach dropped. What about him? Can we go somewhere private? Ino said. 5 minutes later, they were in Sakura's apartment. Ino was anxious, wringing her hands, pacing. She was clearly agitated. Ino, you're freaking out. What happened? Ino took a breath. I slept with Naruto, she said. The words hang in the ear like they were a bomb about to go off. Sakura felt like she was punched in the stomach. You what? He came to my apartment last night. We talked and then Ino covered her face with her hands. "Oh my god, Sakura," she said. I don't even know what I was thinking. You slept with Naruto." Sakura repeated. "Naruto Uzumaki." "Our Naruto," she repeated once again, wondering if Ino was simply messing with her. Or perhaps she was hearing things. "He's not the same Naruto anymore," Ino said. "You know that. You've seen how different he is." I don't even know what Sakura staggered. You barely knew him before. You weren't even close." Her voice raised. I know it's crazy," Ino said. "But when he was talking, the way he looked at me, the way I couldn't help it. And then one thing led to another." "Stop!" Sakura cut her off. She felt something ugly in her chest. Jealousy. She felt it. "Just stop for a second," she said. She took a breath, analyzing her thoughts. Ino clearly needed someone to talk to. She was her best friend. Maybe it was the fact that Naruto hasn't said one thing about her, or even hit on her since he returned, other than hugging her from behind, like he always did. He never went a day without hitting on her before, but now. But Ino needed her. Okay, start from the beginning. What happened? Ino told her. The flirting, the conversation. One thing's led to another. Everything about him, his confidence, he was just... With each detail, Sakura felt the jealousy growing stronger. But she showed her concern, helping Ino within this moment. "Why did you go through with it? This was your first time. Why Naruto? Why now?" I don't know," Ino said. "Things move so fast. One minute we were talking, the next he was... And I really wanted to. But I wonder if I made a mistake." "Does he know that it was your first time?" "Yes. And he was gentle about it. Patient. He even made me breakfast the next morning and everything." He made you breakfast?" "I know how it sounds," Ino said. "But it is what happened. I don't even know what this means. He told me that it wasn't his first time. I don't know if it was just casual for him, if it's something else. I just don't know how to feel." Sakura wanted to scream in fury. A part felt like she was the one that slept with Naruto, or Naruto seduced her. As her own jealousy. Not seen Sasuke for years. Now Naruto had lost interest in her. It started to hurt. He stopped chasing her and he moved on. Now that he was different, powerful, mature, he moved on. He moved on to Ino. "Sakura, please say something," Ino said, as Sakura had gone quiet for a long time. "I don't know what to tell you, Ino. Naruto is not the same person that we knew. Everything about him is just very different. I have no idea what he's thinking or what his intentions are." "I know, and that's what scares me," Ino said, as she wrapped her arms around herself. "What if I'm just another girl to him? He said it himself. He's been with someone before. That wasn't his first time. What if I'm just a conquest? And I foolishly believed that I was something special? Did he make you feel that way?" "No, that's the opposite. He was sweet. He was focused on me. He wanted me to feel special. But what?" Sakura said. "But it also felt calculated. The more I think about it, like he knew what to say, like he knew exactly what to do, like he's done it before, like he's become a player. What if he's just playing me? Before another word could be said, there was a knock. When Sakura opened the door, it was Naruto, as Ino was standing there blushing. "Hey there, Sakura-chan," said Naruto. "Hope I'm not interrupting." Naruto, Ino said. "I was actually looking for you. Can we talk?" Yeah, sure." She glanced towards Sakura. Sakura just nodded towards her. As they stepped outside, "Are you okay?" That was the first thing he said. "You seem a bit upset." "I was just talking to Sakura about last night." "Ah, so you told her?" "Yes, I needed to talk to someone." "I see. And how do you feel about that? What we did?" Ino looked at him, unable to read his expression. "I don't know. It was amazing. You were amazing. But I was wondering what does it mean?" she said. "It meant I got to spend an incredible night with a beautiful woman." "Why? Are you having regrets?" he questioned. "No, it's not. I mean, not regrets exactly. I'm just wondering, guessing if it's a one-time thing for you. If I'm just casual." He stepped towards her. "Ino, last night was special. You are special. I wouldn't have stayed. I wouldn't have made you breakfast if you weren't special to me." Really?" Ino said. "Really," he said. "But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I just got back. There's a lot I need to figure out. But it doesn't mean that I don't care about you." So, what does that make us?" "Whatever we want it to be," said Naruto. "If you want it to be casual, just two people enjoying each other's company, that is what it's going to be. If you want more, we can figure it out as we go along." "Oh, okay," she whispered. We can figure it out." "Good," he said. As he kissed her gently, she leaned into it, smiling as she did. "Besides," he said, "we're both adults now. We can handle this maturely, right?" "Right," she said, her voice coming out soft. Sakura was behind the door, trying to hear as much as she could. As Naruto smiled at Ino, his hand resting on her lower back. Time skip. An urgent word came in. Not too long after, they were called in almost immediately. Kakashi, Sakura, and Naruto. The Kazekage said Snady. Gaara of the Sun has been kidnapped by the Akatsuki. The room erupted in shock as there was a few others. "Gaara," Sakura said. The word flew out rather quickly. "But he's the Kazekage. How could they?" "The details are still unclear, but the Sun is requesting assistance. I'm sending Team Kakashi to provide support. Another team will be on the way. I've already sent word to them so that they can help you guys out, just in case the threat is still seizable, as the main mission is to rescue the Kazekage." "Understood. When do we leave?" "Immediately. You will rendezvous with the Sand representative at the border." Snade's eyes swept over the team. "This is a high priority mission. The Akatsuki is extremely dangerous," she said. "Do not engage unless complete necessary. Am I understood?" "Understood, Hokage-sama." Kakashi and Sakura said. Everyone turned towards Naruto. He had been silent since the announcement. His expression was calm, almost serene. No shock, no rage, no concern. "Naruto," Sakura said. "I heard." "When do we leave?" Naruto questioned. "That's it? That's all you have to say? Gaara has been kidnapped and that's all you have to say?" She repeated, wondering if she was hearing correctly. What more do you want me to say? Naruto said. That I'm upset? That I'm worried? What would that change? It's your friend. It's Gaara, she said. And we're going to rescue him. Getting emotional is not going to help anything. The chilling way that he spoke, showing that he was definitely not the same, had many concern. Kakashi wanted to see just how much Naruto had changed. Naruto, I understand that you've changed, but Gaara is important to you. We all remember you fighting him during the Chunin exams, and the chaos that unfolded, all you went through, even after that. That was years ago, said Naruto. People change. Situation change. Getting attached would only cloud judgments. Getting attached? What are you even saying? Are you even listening to yourself? Sakura said. Yes, I am. And the more time we stand here argue, the more time we're wasting. Enough, said Tsunade. You're all just wasting time. Get a move on. Tsunade gave Kakashi a glance, which he seemed to understood. Time skip. Get into the village. As they had met up with Temari, Kakashi was able to get the piece of cloth from Kankuro, which they used to trap the Akatsuki. As Lady Chiyo was tagging along, Temari wanted to go, but she was needed in the village. As the group made their way, they were suddenly attacked. They could feel it before they even arrived. As Kakashi spoke, we're not alone. He materialized out of crows. Itachi Uchiha. Kakashi breathed. Sakura tensed and clenched her fists. Chiyo prepared herself, but Naruto simply smiled. That is not Itachi. They all turned towards him. What? Said Kakashi. It's a puppet. Some sort of transmission. Using an actual corpse though. Well, I say it's a corpse because they're going to die as well. Naruto said, looking towards him. Impressive work. You almost had me fooled for a second. Itachi eye twitched. How perceptive, he said. But that won't help you. Naruto looked directly into his eyes. The Sharingan swirled, yet Naruto stood there unaffected. Itachi even seemed confused. That won't work on me, said Naruto. The disturbance in his chakra came, and yet there was no hand sign, nothing. How? Itachi questioned. Well, maybe. I'll tell the original, said Naruto. But not you. Naruto gathered chakra, but it wasn't blue. It was orange, flickering with actual flames. Wind style, he said. His hands moving in a rather complex pattern. Flame shredder technique. The jutsu that exploded from him was unlike anything they ever seen. Wind mixed with fire, creating a maelstrom of wind and flames that didn't just destroy, it proceeded to erase trees, earth. The very air itself seemed to burn away as a technique, tore through the forest. The Itachi clone tried to dodge, but this was far from the original, lacking certain defense, lacking certain power. Not to mention, Naruto technique was not just shoot forward, it spread. It was like an apocalyptic world-ending blast. For that radius, Team 7 and Chiyo was caught off guard, shocked beyond disbelief. When the flames clear away, a large part of the forest was simply gone, reduced to ash and scorched earth. The heavens were dark as the smoke billowed up above. By the gods, Chiyo said. What kind of power is that? Sakura turned towards Naruto. What was that? An enemy. Elimination technique. Come now, said Naruto. We don't have time to waste. Kakashi was observing Naruto as him and Sakura shared a glance as they continued on. They finally arrived to the cave. Kakashi! The voice shouted out as Guy and his team also arrived. The members of said team gazed towards Naruto, Neji and Tenten. They had dealt with a clone of Kisame. Unfortunately though, this barrier was no simple barrier. It would need some extra work to get it, well, destroyed. That won't be necessary, said Naruto. He jumped. Naruto, wait, Sakura said. But Naruto already landed on the ceiling formula. He held his hand out. Orange flames started to flicker into his palm. He pressed it down on the seal. Lady Chio watched. What is he doing? Does he really intend to burn away Fuinjutsu? Has this boy lost his... She was shocked as she watched. She was confused. Her mind refusing to accept. Did this boy just burn away sealing arts like it was mere paper? What the hell just happened? Everyone looked at him stunned as he jumped down. What did you just do? Kakashi questioned. I gave us the way in, said Naruto. Sakura, if you don't mind. She looked towards the boulder and wasted no time. Realizing that the Kazekage needed their help, she obliterated it into pieces. Unfortunately though, the Akatsuki was not finished yet, as Gaara was having the life sucked out of him. Intruders, one of them said. So quickly, another spoke. Naruto's voice spoke through the smoke. Sacred art. Blazing arrow technique. Naruto fired the arrow. It was large, around the size of a person. Orange, pure and powerful. It exploded another side of the cave. However, it was clear that this was meant for distraction. The next moment, the massive statue, the extraction process had stopped. The last essence of Shikaku going back inside of Gaara. As Naruto caught him, Naruto landed. He was behind Sakura. He's gonna need some medical expertise. Sakura gently placed him down, having no time to question what just happened. This was bad. Gaara's state was fragile. He was on the verge of death. She had to work like she never worked before. She popped a pill as she proceeded to try and stabilize him. The power of Shikaku, the last remaining essence, had fled back into him. The others had dematerialized. They were only holograms after all, leaving the only two that were really there. The two that came for Gaara, Sasori and Deidara. As they were surrounded, this was bad. Then again, they were members of the Akatsuki. Interesting, Sasori said. The Kyuubi jinchuriki was able to break our extraction technique. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, it shouldn't. Deidara said, stepping forward. It doesn't matter though. Once they all witness true art, it will be over for them all. Well, except for him. We need him. Everyone, fall back, said Kakashi. These are S-rank criminals. We need a... No. Naruto's voice suddenly caught them off guard. They turned towards him as he stood there calm. Naruto, what are you doing? Said Kakashi. We need a plan. You need to stand back. All of you. This won't take long. I admire your flames of youth, Naruto-kun, said Guy. Unfortunately though, this is not an enemy that you can face without proper planning. It is our goal as Jonin senseis to ensure that you all survive today so your flames can burn even brighter later on. That is why I said stay back, said Naruto. As he looked at Guy. Your help will not be needed here. Guy was confused. Neji was watching Naruto carefully. From that meeting point, he could tell that... What the hell? Neji was looking at Naruto with his Byakugan. What is it? Tenten said, seeing his reaction. I can't see his chakra network clearly, Neji said. It's like there is a wall. Something blocking my sight. I can see the chakra, but I can't understand it. I can't measure it. What does that mean? Said Lee. It means that we're looking at something beyond our comprehension. Chiyo chimed in, having seen something rather strange about this young one ever since they met. So, Naruto said, stepping forward. Who wants to die first? Arrogant brat. You have no idea what you're facing, Sasori said. Don't I? An old man hiding in a puppet. Or a psychotic individual that enjoy explosive to a sick tendency. A rather unusual obsession, if I must say. You dear, Deidara was cut off, I dear, said Naruto. The chakras swirl around him, orange, like flames flickering from a dying ember. Come on then, show me what you S-rank criminals can do. Entertain me. It was Deidara that moved first. You want art? I'll show you art. C2 Dragon. He jumped on his massive dragon and rained spider down on them, while Sasori let loose a barrage of needles from his mouth. The two attacks seemed like they were gonna take Naruto out. Tuh. Pathetic, he said, as he raised one of his hands. Orange chakra formed and solidified into chains. They shoot out with a speed. Not only did they cancel the explosions, they whipped through the air, destroying the section completely, stopping all of the poison senbons. Deidara tried to go up, but his bird was grabbed and ripped asunders. He flipped and landed in the other side of the cave. Sasori looked around. Where did he boom? The ground beneath him exploded as the chains shredded through his puppet form. Sasori jumped out, his red hair glistening in the sunlight from the open hole that Naruto had created. Chiyo was shocked by his appearance. He hadn't aged. That speed. That's not... Sasori was trying to understand what the hell just happened. But Naruto was not there. Where was he? Immediately he called for the third Kazekage. Shocking, Lady Chiyo. This opponent was not one to be underestimated. Bam! Something struck the iron shield. The iron sand had moved quickly. Where did it came from though? Deidara looked around. What's going on here? Is he teleporting? Deidara felt the ground crack as he jumped away. Multiple chains erupted from the ground. The tips were sharp and deadly. He dodged and twisted, trying to get away, but they surrounded him. Shit, he said as he threw a handful of bombs. They exploded as the chakra turned into mist. He was stunned though when it solidified and grabbed his leg, pulling him as it smashed him into the ground with a violent amount of force. Deidara screamed in pain. You're too slow. I expected more from S-rank criminals. Truly more. Shut up, Deidara said, as he sent several birds from his hand. They grew larger as they flew towards Naruto. Their explosion swallowed the area where Naruto stood. Everyone back, Kakashi said, the blast almost reaching them. However, when the smoke and dust cleared, Naruto stood in the center. Sacred art, he said. Finish off whatever technique he just did to keep himself alive. He then went through hand sign. Sacred art. Blazing arrow barrage. The chakra that was around him solidified into hundreds of arrows. They rained down, forcing Deidara to take cover as he moved. Sasori had to use the iron sand to protect the both of them. Enough of this, Sasori said, as he emerged, better, stronger. His puppet body seemed to transform. Weapons. His hands producing canister. With the Kazekage by his side. Stay out of this, he said, refusing to be humiliated like this. He was a man that took down a small country. How could a mere brat defeat him? The spectators were left in awe even Deidara as a battle unfold like they never expected. Naruto moved with inhuman speed, his orange chakra forming into weapons, shields, chains, whatever he desired it seems. And he was smiling as he flipped in the ear over Sorcerer's head. Is that all? I thought I was fighting S-rank criminals, not children. You brat, Sorcerer said, getting truly annoyed by all of this. Sorcerer saw his mark as the Kazekage released needles, a special compartment as they stabbed into Naruto. He dropped down. The Konoha ninjas start to panic. Got you. My poison act in 3 seconds. Even with the Nine Tails healing, you won't be able to. Naruto looked at his hand and smiled. He flexed his hand as the poison started to leak out. It was leaking out of his body. That's impossible. Your poison is weak, just like you, said Naruto. I must say, I came here expecting to test myself, but I'm left disappointed. I guess you two are not the best of what the Akatsuki had to offer. Everyone, get out of here. What, said Kakashi. If you don't want to die, leave. The buildup of chakra, this time it started to become rather visible. Neji saw it. Run. What? Run, said Neji. Gaara was picked up as they got out of there. We have to go, said Deidara. This was bad. He was gonna nuke the entire place if he didn't want his team to get caught up. Deidara was fond of explosives, so he knew. However, orange chains came out of the ground from all sections, trapping them inside. Lucky enough the others were able to get out. Naruto smiled. I didn't give you guys permission to leave, he said. His chakra reached critical mass. Sacred art. Annihilation, he said. What followed was apocalyptic. It was a good thing that they kept on running. It wasn't just collapsing, it wasn't just destroyed. It was disintegrating. The shockwaves spam, forcing everyone to hunker down. Guy taking cover over Sakura to keep her and the Kazekage protected. Kakashi forming massive rock walls that were completely eviscerated. The place was filled with smoke and dust. Everyone coughing as they pulled themselves up. Is everyone okay? Kakashi questioned. As everyone gave a rude call. That is when they heard it, footsteps. Well, wasn't that something, Naruto said, brushing himself off. They all glanced up as Naruto was standing there, his clothing a bit burned and torn, but... What did you just do? Completed the mission. They're dead. Gaara is safe. We can return. You killed them both? Sakura asks. Yes, I killed them both. That power, that explosion, Guy questioned. What was it? Just something I developed, said Naruto. Well, we should get going. When the team could be seen returning with their Kazekage alive, the village was overjoyed. Gaara had woke up around 3 hours later, shocked to see Naruto. Welcome back, said Naruto. What happened? The Akatsuki. Don't worry. I killed them. You? Alone? A lot has changed, Naruto said. Naruto placed a hand on Gaara's shoulder. Gaara felt a strange sensation. You have changed a lot. Yes, I suppose I have. Rest now. You're awake but you're still exhausted. We can catch up later, Naruto said, as he stood there casually. They left the next morning, after speaking to the Kazekage once again. Gaara had pulled Kakashi aside, questioning him about Naruto. He seemed so different. It was hard for Kakashi to explain, just that Naruto has been through a lot and he's changed a lot. On their way home, Lee was persistent, wanting to know Naruto flames of youth. Well, perhaps we can spar sometime, said Naruto, and truly test herself. His tone sounded so casual and yet there was just strange sensation about it. As Neji was looking at Naruto, he had this wrongness that just surrounded him. Something just wasn't right. And it seems like Kakashi wasn't going to stand for it. We need to talk. About what? About everything. The power you displayed. The way you killed those two Akatsuki members. The fact that you're clearly hiding something. I completed the mission. That is what matters. No, that is not. You are a Konoha shinobi. But you're acting like... Kakashi struggled for the words. Like someone I don't recognize. People change, Sensei. I thought I established that a long time ago. Not like this, not this fast. Not this completely. What happened to you during those 18 months? I trained. I learned. I grew. Do you have a problem with that? Naruto said. It was the first time that they truly heard it in his tone. Usually he said things, and they felt a different way, but he was directly talking to Kakashi and they felt a strange disturbance. It wasn't like he was angry. It wasn't hateful, but it just felt wrong. There is something wrong when you come back, like a different person, and start to fight like a killer, said Kakashi. When you display power that not even Jiraiya can understand, then maybe Jiraiya should have trained me better in the first place. The word was like a slap. Kakashi eyed Naruto towards him. When we get back, you're going to give Snaddy a full report. Everything, no secrets. I'm looking forward to it, said Naruto. After all, I am going to explain the mission. Sakura watched with a heavy heart from the distance, feeling like things were just getting more and more out of control, as Team Guy just stand there and watch as well. When they got back, it was Kakashi that spoke first. And then she turned to him. Your turn, tell me everything. We rescued Gaara. I killed 2 Akatsuki member. Mission complete. Don't give me that. I heard from Kakashi. The techniques that you use. That orange chakra that you were hiding. What are those? She said. And I want the truth. I told you I trained at the Uzumaki ancestral land. My blood showed me secrets. Secrets that non-Uzumakis cannot see. I learned techniques from things that were left behind. And I got stronger. That's all. Jiraiya had enough. That is not all, he said. I've been to the Uzumaki ruins. There's no technique. There's nothing that you found there. That orange chakra, that is not something that is common. What else are you hiding? Jiraiya said, refusing to believe that this was even the same boy that he was training back then. Then you probably missed something, Naruto said. Naruto said Snaddy, her voice growing serious. I'm going to ask you one more time. What happened to you? She said. Yet Naruto did not get angry. He remained calm. I became what I needed to be, to protect myself against the Akatsuki, to eliminate threats. Isn't this what you wanted? Not like this. Never like this, she said. Well, it's too late to change now. Is there something else I can help you with? Or can I go? We're not done. Yes, we are, said Naruto. Unless you're planning on arresting me for being too strong. I mean, I did my job. I'm loyal to my village. What else do you want from me? Snaddy watched him very carefully, looking into his eyes as she was silent. The next time you people want to know about my strength, just watch. I'm sure my upcoming battles will tell you all you need to know. As Naruto left the office, Jiraiya's expression was grimmed. Did your team find anything? He questioned. No. No train in sight, no scrolls, nothing at all. Either he's lying about that or he took them with him. But there was no disturbance in the land, like anything happened there. So he's lying, said Kakashi. That's obvious. But we don't have anything on him. He's showing us he's doing what he's told, and yet I feel like I can't trust him, said Tsunade. It was hard for her to say this about Naruto. Someone that she trusted the most, the one that brought her back, with his courage, his spirit, his will to never give up. She remembered him taking that hit from Kabuto, using the Rasengan for the first time there, and yet she just didn't know anymore. Time skip. The body of Tendo. The eyes glisten with the Rinnegan. The loss of Sasori and Deidara will be an inconvenience. They were both valuable assets. A man with an orange mask spoke up. More than an inconvenience, Pain said. Deidara flight capability. It was perfect. And Sasori network throughout the nation cannot be replaced. Do we know who killed them? The ground moved as Zetsu emerged. I saw the battle from outside. The Konoha ninjas retreated when an explosion leveled the entire location. And the nine-tailed jinchuriki walked out unfazed. The Uzumaki boy. Are you certain? The masked man questioned. Yes. He was the only one left inside. His power felt. It wasn't normal, Black Zetsu said. I can't even describe it. So, the Nine Tails has grown powerful. Powerful enough to take down 2 of our members. Well then, we will have to be careful with his capture. We cannot afford to waste another member on him, unless he's brought to us. So for now, we will find out everything we need to know about him. Zetsu, this is your part. Days pass by as we find ourselves in one of Orochimaru's hidden bases. Sound ninjas lie broken and battered. The attack was sudden and unexpected. As 2 people walk, dressed in dark cloaks, a strange symbol stitched into the fabric of an unknown organization. This is so troublesome. One of them complained, why do we have to walk? I could have flied us there. Because we were told to be subtle. The other voice said, now stop whining. The other person got mad as he kicked a corpse out of the way. I hate being subtle. Art should never be subtle, it should be loud and explosive. As a person was revealed to be none other than Deidara. You can make your art later. First, we complete our mission. The other person was Sasori, the 2 Akatsuki member that should be dead. There was something wrong with them though, beyond the fact that they should be dead. Their eyes now glow orange. Not a special dojutsu, not the Rinnegan. It was orange. As they walked through the halls. Where is he? Deidara said. I thought your location was precise. Patience. We will find him, said Sasori. And they did. My oh my. What an interesting development. Orochimaru stepped out of the shadows. Sasori, it's been a long time. Still hunting after me after all these years. We're not the ones hunting you, Sasori said. Orochimaru's eyes narrowed. The Sannin was caught off guard. He never expected this attack. Not to mention with all the explosives that surround the other side of the base, which would go off by his mere presence. He decided to confront them. Orochimaru then noticed, "You're not wearing your Akatsuki clothing. Well, you two are different. What's going on?" the Sannin questioned. "I'm afraid we cannot explain," Sasori said, his body shifting into combat stance. "What are you?" Orochimaru said, feeling an odd sensation. "It's hard to explain." The both of them move, their speed, catching the Sannin off guard. These two were not supposed to be that fast, and they were not supposed to be alive. What the hell was going on? But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.